And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Oklahoma State's offense will go on the attack first. And we've been really eager to see this matchup, this quarterback against an elite defense. Jesse, what does a quarterback have to keep in mind when you face a group like this?
Well, he's just going to have to be dialed in. He's had a lot of success this year so far. This is a different animal than this defense he's playing. He's got to be really good with his decision-making, throwing it, running it, pre-snap, post-snap. You make one mistake against this defense, David, they make you pay.
Yeah, they're a fun defense to watch, and this is a fun challenge for their defense, too, because it's an elite quarterback, right? Like, they can make you look like you're not as good as you've been all season long, so I'm looking forward to seeing this matchup and who wins it.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Trying play action. Pressure coming. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
This offense comes out clearly wanting to throw the football. Nothing good on first down with incompletion. And how about this? You've got to protect your quarterback. That is priority number 1, and they give up a sack on play 2.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's cut. The Cowboys will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. So Baylor's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. And when you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority in the pecking order for the guy throwing the football. So it's not going to surprise me early here if the quarterback looks his way, regardless of what the coverage is, based on what he showed last time out.
Yeah, and they were on the same page. It was fun to watch. I mean, you could tell he knew exactly where his guy was, putting up the multiple touchdowns. Like, it was a thing of beauty. Now, defensively, I also know that, and I know he's looking that way. So look forward to seeing the chess match with the defense and maybe ways they can take him away.
They'll go to the ground. Running like he wants that football as he gets to the 37. The deeper into the season we get, the more they win, the greater their confidence that they can finish strong here in the Big 12.
Heck yeah, Reese. The bigger the expectations get, the bigger the consequences get for every single game. So you know this league is tough. You know there's always a lot of points scored. You know there's playoff implications possibly down the road. So this team's got to continue to stay on course and continue to do what they've been doing.
No doubt about it. All their goals still out ahead of them right now in play. The thing they've been really good at doing, outside of just being a talented football team and showing up, is that they've got their head where it needs to be every single week. Doesn't matter who they're playing at an extremely high level, just taking it one game at a time. They got to do it again today.
White wants to throw it. Got his man on the right. Across the 25. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
And the defensive coordinator is irate on the sideline. 3rd and long, it's a short throw. You've got to be able to rally, make a tackle, and force the punter onto the field. They let him get loose, break some tackles, and with the first, the offense stays on the field.
Now they'll run it on the toss. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. The quick out. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Let's talk for a second about Baylor. They got a boost from their high school recruiting ranks, setting the table for the future, getting a verbal commitment from a four-star linebacker.
Yeah, it's huge for this defense, not only because of his physical traits. This guy can run, he can cover, he can blitz the passer, but he's also a tremendous leader.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bears!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Fields. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Got out of trouble and throws. Grab near the sticks. It's Coates. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
From the gun, the ground game. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
He's looking deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And I love taking deep shots. I think it makes quarterbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you can tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely
looking deep down the right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Cowboys will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. He wants to change this route. White going to attack through the air. Whips it out to the back. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Quick completion on the out. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds, and this offense trying to put something together. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. To the air on 1st down. Finds his tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. A tremendous play to make the interception, and then the return takes him close to the 50-yard line.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT'd.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
It's a bad sign on offense when you have that many people running free at your running back. That means guys up front aren't getting their blocks. Just too many hats getting to the ball carrier. I love his effort making multiple guys miss, but still, it's a negative play.
Anderson will throw. Going for it all. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Man, it's so hard to play defense nowadays. You got a strike zone where you can hit people. You get flagged for targeting. You get flagged for pass interference. That was beautiful. Great job in the end zone, making it a hard window to throw into, and when he caught it, making him feel you.
First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
And the Bears now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Gets it out quickly. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the quarter, and it's Baylor holding the edge. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the play on third down.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. He wants to go deep. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
What a great job by this defense. You get third down stop, and you're like, yes, put my hand in the air, fourth down, force a punt. They go for it, and you get a stop and set your offense up in great field position already. Nice job by this defense.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big game.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. It's been a rough start for these guys, and you look down the schedule in the Big 12, there aren't many soft landing spots.
Well, no doubt about it. This team has had some bad breaks early this year in Big 12 play, but they've got to make good things happen, David. They've got to do a better job of executing offensively, defensively, and on special teams, and it's got to start today.
Yeah, finding a way to make those critical plays. Because, you know, what do you know in the Big 12? There's always going to be a lot of scoring, right? And they've come up short, but I think as you find yourself throughout the season, you got to realize, I got to build those confidence. I got to make those plays. And once you do it once, and maybe it happens today, you start to build that confidence. And those sting for this team. I tell you what, when you drive the field against a really, really good defense and you have an opportunity to get points, you got to capitalize on them now. And that one will sting a little bit because I thought the offense did a good job moving the ball down the field.
Rides the back on the option, the give. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
White wants to throw it. They're working that left side. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Offense breaks the huddle on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. He's got it, first down and more. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The Bears have it with a 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. Breaks into the open. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Baylor!
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners, and he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Fields. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. They are in serious need of putting together a scoring drive right here, down 14-0. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. RPO complete to open the drive. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
In defense, you have to have great eyes. You have to have good vision on the quarterback to be able to see it. You can tell he's throwing the football right now. Watch the defense react, come up, get the wide receiver on the ground. He goes nowhere.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll try the run. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41.
How about that? Just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Anderson wants to throw. It's complete to the right. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense to try to keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. The Cowboys moving quickly to the line.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sack.
Fires toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. Never a doubt. Now the lead is down to 11.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
He turns that loose down the right side. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Anderson will throw. Got it in the middle, it's Fields. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Pocket breaking down. Fires to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Rigby. And he strides his way into the end zone. Pistols firing. Touchdown, Cowboys.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lane. Stop him at the 16. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know what.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And he makes another momentum-building play. His 2nd interception in the first half. He can feel where the football's going. Got a good beat on this offense and making plays early and often for his club.
Here he goes breaking the pocket. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. On the option. They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Hey, you know what's really easy? It's easy to say, hey, quarterback, run out there, pitch off of that guy, and now your running back gets to go play one-on-one with somebody else. It's got to all work timing-wise, and the defense did a great job flying up, nowhere to go, make the play, make a quick decision, and you get the fumble and recover it in the backfield.
He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. White going to attack through the air. Right down the middle. He's got it. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. The offense changing the play. Wants to throw on first down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Going over the top. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Waco. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys along the banks of the Brazos River at McLean Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Cowboys will line up to kick off and start the second half. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger, and we might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. White wants to throw it. And he is snowed under. defender sacked at the 7.
Man, this is exactly what you needed to see from this defense to start the second half. If you're down, you got to create some momentum. You got to get your offense a little bit excited. Nice job creating the sack. Perfect start to the second half for this defense.
Going to take a shot. He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there. And the Bears will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. They botched a scoring opportunity the last time they had it, fumbling inside the 20, and now a chance to put up something here. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Fields. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
To the air on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Lopez. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Cowboys will try to pin them back with the punt. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Hold it, finds his man on the left. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
The Bears can really attack on this 2nd and short. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a 1st down.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
Quarterback moving. He's going to run it. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. And the Bears getting set on 1st and 10. White going to attack through the air. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the first half, and here they are in the second half defending a deep ball.
Fires to the tight end.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. Might be changing the route. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Grab near the marker. It's Farrell. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. The Bears look to do some damage in the red zone.
Awesome job there on 3rd down by the QB, working through his progressions. He wanted to go downfield, but the defense took everything away. So his eyes come down, he finds the drag route underneath, makes a good throw, and his guy does the rest to pick up the first.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And there is a little more difficult to defend than pressure right up the middle, and the big nose tackle brings it there.
And he starts right on the football. A lot of time he gets double-teamed, right? Because he's right there, and you got the guards next to him. But the big fella just uses his power, overpowers the line, gets the quarterback, and gets the sack.
They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal. And the Bears, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. White wants to throw it. Caught behind the line. It's Kane. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
Quarterback extends the play. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And they've moved their way down, but still they need 2 more yards. Can they bang it in with the running game on third down? Quarterback making adjustments. They'll look to throw on third and goal. Touchdown Bears! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing in the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Coming out with it, it's Fields. And the returner will be brought down. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. They'll leave it with the lone back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Anderson wants to throw. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Cowboys decide to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. And the return will be brought down. Here's the give off the left side. Pass to sticks him still on his feet. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Offside. Defense.
They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. He'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage, and time has expired here in the 3rd. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more period to go to see who can make the the winning plays and come home with the victory. So the final period starts with a second down play. White going to attack through the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get enough.
Touchdown, Baylor! And they take it in for 6 more points. They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. And this throw is incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, a lot of things haven't gone right for him. You saw an incompletion right there. It's been offense, it's been defense. They just haven't been able to click and get into a rhythm here. And now they're playing catch-up, and you know they're going to be throwing at each and every play here in the fourth quarter.
How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Quarterback empties his backfield. Quarterback will keep it. Finds a crease at the 20. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
The Bears have it with a 1st and goal. Making side adjustments here. White wants to throw it. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown Bears! And the route is on. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Salt into her wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35-10. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of interest in this CUSA showdown today, so let's catch you up to speed on things. Kennesaw State looks like it sent the JV squad out there today. An offense that can't move the sticks, and a defense that looks disinterested. They're trailing by 14 to Liberty. Conference USA tends to make its presence felt, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long. Force their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the fourth quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
They'll try to sneak it.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
And a nice, solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you'll look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sack.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
If I had told you that one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football was going to have less than 200 yards passing in this game, you might not have had that on your bingo card, but that's what's in fact happened. This defense has...
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to Norvell. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Got enough for the 1st down. There he goes to the right. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. What can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
And they did tack on the extra point. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Anderson will throw. Here's the pressure. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Throws to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Fires to the middle. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder.
And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially in these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
Yeah, this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by.
He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety. They'll set up for the free kick from their own 20. Got room to work.
Return is tackled down at the 36, and your Baylor Bears will take over.
Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much that this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you could just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over, don't make a mistake. But this game is well in hand.
Might be calling a hot route. White going to attack through the air. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. The offense will quickly use a timeout. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
man, this just starts to hurt your pride, right? You're down by several scores. It's in the fourth quarter, and they keep making big plays. This is...
Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
Finds his big tight end. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They've built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue to be who you are. It's the defense's job to stop you.
Power football with the run. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He might want another play. Leaves it with the running back.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
And that is no good. Guys, after this dominating performance, I guess the head coach wanted to be able to yell at the special teams coordinator. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team.